When you see everybody getting done, I no go lose faith. As I dey hustle every day, I know they look face. Cause I know say one day I go
My guy, my brother, my blood. E no get wetin fall from sky, we ground no fit carry. We have been through a lot, and we still stand strong. If you remember, together we overcame monsters, battled the darkness, and even survived loss. But we became unbreakable, unstoppable. So guy, shake off the bad vibe. Face the world with your full chest. Because this life, forget, you and me, now we go run out.
That is for Deen al-Islam, religion with Allah since time began. That is for dhikr, remembering Allah, and Ra is for the month of Ramadan. Oh, Ramadan. That is for zakah, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need. That is for salamun alaykum, peace be with you, wa alaykum assalam.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يقول سبحانه وتعالى لينفق ذو سعة من سعته ومن قدر عليه رزقه فلينفق مما آتاه الله لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما آتاها سيجعل الله بعد عسر يسرا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Holy Quran, Quran 65 of the Holy Quran, Surah Al-Talaq, verse 8, thus that let those who have much spend from the much we have given to them. Those who have less, let them spend from the less or from the little we have given them. Those who have little, let them spend from the little we have given them. Let nobody demonstrate the act of miserliness. Everybody must be generous, but you must spend in accordance with your financial ability. Those who have much to spend as much as they have. Those who have little to spend from the little they are having. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, La yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa ma ataha. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not levied upon everyone, has not put a burden upon everyone. He has actually obliged all responsibility to individual Muslims in accordance with his ability and capability. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا ما آتاها سيجعل الله بعد عسر يسرا. And those who are actually suffering, they are suffering affliction, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make things easier for them in the nearest time to come. So spending fi sabilillah makes things easier, makes life become easier for everyone. We were talking in terms of philanthropism, that is spending at a large scale with the intention of benefiting a whole humanity or increasing the well-being of humankind, and doing that fi sabilillah, seeking reward from none but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Innama nutimukum wajila la nuridu minkum jazaa wala shukura. We are feeding you for Allah's sake. We are expecting no reward from anybody except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear brothers and sisters, my dear viewers, we are talking in terms of people like Uthman bin Affan, Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, Abraham bin Auf. These people, they declared 1/3 of their assets, 1/3 of their legacy for the Muslim Ummah. For example, Abraham bin Auf, when he was about dying, he said 1/3 of his property should be distributed in sadaqah, in charity, for the Badrians. Badrians are about 317 in number. So 313 went out with Holy Prophet ﷺ to the battlefield. 4 of them were given assignment in Medina. This man, after death, they distributed his legacy among his legal heirs. Removing 1/3 amounted to about 50,000 dinar. And dinar is, 20 dinar is in a sub of zakat. You can see 20 in 50,000, 50,000 divided by 20. You see how much is in a sub. We will get there. It's a lot of money. And this is besides the camels, hundreds and thousands of them, besides the cows, hundreds and thousands of them, besides the sheep and goats. Cash only, about 50,000 dirham. And this huge amount of money is distributed across these people. What are the types of the categories of Islamic philanthropism? We have about 5 of them, but it's not limited to them. In accordance with one's knowledge, one can still probably deduct it, or can still find more of the categories. But at least for the purpose of our discussion, we have philanthropism by target, like building of hospital, building of mosque, central mosque, building of town halls, building of universities, and so on and so forth. Some people, for example, have joined in the building of some mosques in our area. For example, when you talk in terms of the construction of Lagos Central Mosque, the Lagosian will not forget Baba Adini, Abdul Wahab Folawiyo. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be merciful unto him and be pleased unto him. Likewise, when you get to Abuja there at Wuse, there is a whole a whole center, very huge one, Lababidi Center. There is Central Mosque in it. There are shops. There are other halls for lectures, for seminars, and so on and so forth. There is school. So this is a demonstration of philanthropism in Islam, building this fi sabilillah. Some central mosque, in our terms, the citizens, the natives could not forget, remembering those who have actually demonstrated Islamic philanthropism in their own contribution.
Let me see everybody getting time, I no go lose faith. As I dey hustle every day, I know they look face. 'Cause I know say one day I go.
My guy, my brother, my blood. E no get wetin fall from sky, we ground no fit carry. We have been through a lot, and we still stand strong.
'Cause I know say one day.
If you remember, together we overcame monsters,
Yes, I know say one day.
battled the darkness, and even survived loss. But we became unbreakable, unstoppable. So guy, shake off the bad vibe. Face the world with your full chest. Because this life, forget, you and me, now we go run out.
Then we have emergent philanthropism. Emergent philanthropism, this one will come as a matter of emergency. Probably a disaster has happened, like it happened in Turkey, Syria. The earthquake of Turkey and Syria is emergency occurrence, and then emergency relief must follow. So we will see Muslims from all over the world donating philanthropically to the cause of the IDPs, those who are internally displaced, their resettlement, those who lost their buildings, who lost their houses, and they lost accommodation. They need to be housed, they need to be accommodated. See, we have a good sister from Nigeria building thousands of camps, of houses for them. there in Turkey. She donated thousands of houses for these IDPs. And Turkey, Qatar king donated about 60 million US dollars to the less privileged nations of Africa or of Islam in the world. And Nigerians were also being called, a clear call to Nigeria, who was representing us there, that they should follow the ethos of Qatar in helping those who are indigent among us within the globe. Then we have the and under that, the emergent one is that of Sheikh Ibn Baz. Sheikh Ibn Baz, rahimahullah, used to feed with a salary the foreign students. This illustrious personality of Islam and erudite scholar of Islam, Sheikh Ibn Baz, in accordance with the report that we have, on monthly basis, he will receive thousands of riyals. And at his door, he will distribute everything for the foreign students so that they can live peacefully, they can live comfortably, they can learn without tears, without problem. And there is the collective philanthropism. Collective philanthropism is where the leadership, for example, or the stakeholders, for example, will call for donation when they are having huge projects like that of Tabuk, when the Prophet ﷺ called on the rich ones. Here, Abu Bakr donated 100% of what he had. Umar donated 50% of what he had. Osman Affan donated 1/3 of what he had. And Abraham bin Auf was asking, how much remain? Whatever happens to be the balance, that's my own donation. And at the end, he's donating over 70 camels full loaded with bags of golds distributed across the Mujahideen in those days. This is a place where women also are coming out, taking their own ornaments, their own rings. That this is also part of it. This is also good as charity. Oh, Prophet Muhammad, take it. So it is small, but this is what we can give out. So this is collective, collective philanthropism. Building of Quba Mosque, building of Mosque of Holy Prophet Muhammad in Medina. All these are collective philanthropism. We pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this as an act of ibadah from us. Those are rich Muslims who have been spending for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala philanthropically. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them abundantly here on earth and in the day of judgment. May Allah forgive them all their sins and make them one of the inmates of Jannatul Firdaus. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ovieme.
Aw, I wish you were here.
I'm always with you.
But it's not the same without you.
MTN 5G's amazing technology will change how we experience life and the internet. Get ready to encounter the incredible, and remember, no be juju, na MTN 5G.